Hey there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome back to REANIMAL. Previously, we completed the first 3 chapters in this Collectible playthrough, and really not much to say. Let's just move on, because if you're watching this, you know why we're here, right? So, let's do this. Okay, so supposedly there is a poster. Looked like it was over here. Oh, the camera angle changes. That's why it looks so different. Yeah, I don't think I got that one. Okay. Here I was saying this place is like ripe for collectibles, and I didn't find the one that was actually here. Oh man, my head. Okay, so I don't quite remember what we're doing. I know we're going inside, but I don't think there's anywhere to sit out here. As much as... oh, stairs. As much as you would think there would be with all the beds. I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities with places to sit. I mean, let's be real here. There's plenty of sitting places. So, I also have a stimulating beverage to see off the night. It is a bit late for me for recording. It's a little after 9. We'll probably be at this for a while. I don't know why I like to be done recording early, probably just because I like to unwind, but like I'll probably be up till 3 in the morning anyway, but 3 or 4. That's been my as of late bedtime. Okay, did we do this side, right? So there is some kind of trophy tied to destroying the petrified children. I think it looks like that starts here. I don't think it ends here. Okay, so apparently some of these are hard to see, and I have the brightness turned. Well, I don't remember what I adjusted to, but apparently there are 13 of them. Does this count? Yes. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, set spot. Heh. Let's do both. So, what was that? 8, 9. Oh, we going there? No. We'll do that after. So that's 9, right? What about that? 10. Oh, wait. I see one. 11, okay. Oh, there's one. Oh, okay. Apparently I got them all. Scared to dust. Okay, cool. Okay, so apparently this area over here that I thought I was getting stuck in might be a secret room. Or not. There's a room over here somewhere. Oh my god, it's literally a huge hole in the wall. Never mind. That's really cool. Oh, okay, first of all... oh, there went the critter. Poster. Poster? Poster. Poster. I can hear you. Nice. I like you. Okay, this is really pretty looking. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Okay, so apparently, we go back. That critter is in here somewhere. Do I get the hat? Seems like the critters always give us hats. OMG. Did I just get... I got... Okay. Okay, hear me out. It's not metal, but it's a bucket hat. I am Solaire. I am wooden Solaire. I am Solaire with wood. Solaire with wood. Oh, she sat down. She had enough of me. Look, if Solaire has wood, I want Solaire's wood. I become Solaire's wood, I mean. Yeah. Don't misinterpret that. I totally want Solaire's wood. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, okay. You can take that out of context as much as you want. He even says, doesn't he say something like, I'm starting to think you like me or something like that? Okay. Okay, we have a couple of things here. One of them is something about letting them... It's called survival instinct, it says. It says to break the barrier. Why would we do this? I got it. Now I feel bad. I don't like that. I did not like that. Alright, let's give them some wood. Okay, so the vent is where we want to go next. Do not go there. Apparently we want to go through this little hole in the back. Oh yeah. Oh, buddy. This is a cool room. It's really creepy. Sorry, is that our third bunny? It is a bunny, right? It's not just me. So interestingly enough, in case you didn't know, a lot of people mistake rabbits and their ilk. Is that an appropriate term, ilk? Rabbits and their kind. They mistake them for rodents. They're actually not rodents. If you look at mammals, which we're going to talk a little bit about mammals today. So if you came here, if you didn't come here for a lecture, well, sorry, you're getting one. You're getting a few lectures actually. Mammals. There's quite a few groups of us, and we're not extremely diverse when it comes to different varieties of animals out there. But I'd say one of the kind of larger groups, probably the biggest group of mammals out there, as far as diversity goes, is the rodents, or rodentia, as the name goes. But rabbits are actually from a different group. If you look at the teeth, so we are completely defined by our teeth. And I'm going to talk about that at the end of this episode, so you don't get a full-on lecture from me right now. So if you want to learn more about mammals, I'm going to talk about it at the end. But essentially, we're mostly defined by our teeth, and rodents are defined by having the incisors, the two sharp incisors on the top, front and bottom. And rabbits actually have, if you look at them, at their teeth, it looks similar. They're a lot bigger, but they also have a layer underneath them. So like a second layer of teeth. So they have like two front teeth, two hind teeth, and they're kind of close together, so you almost don't even notice them. But they're called lagomorphs, or legomorpha, I think is the proper name. So yeah, if you didn't know that, you do now. Rabbits are not rodents. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay, so the next one sounds like it might be a little tricky. We're backtracking. So I remember reading about this trophy. Is it a trophy? Yeah, it is a trophy. It's also a mask, though. There's one of the kids, the petrified children that are still the spider children. Is that what they're called? Spider children? The alternative orphans. I just found out that we're actually called orphans. I did not know that. I was looking at figurine sets. I think I might have mentioned this in the previous episode, but I was looking at the figurine sets, and they were described as the orphans, the main characters from this. And apparently there's one here that has a crown, and we want to get his crown, but we have to defeat him. And apparently he's sitting on some sort of throne, watching us in this area as we destroy the other spider kids. But we need to take him out before he sneaks out of the room. Fortunately, we get a checkpoint here. Yep, I see him. Okay, watch him, make sure he doesn't get away. Oh, he's getting down. Oh, he's getting away. He's getting away. Gotcha. Okay. So we got the trophy. I want to get the... Man, I just lost my wood. I lost the layer's wood. Okay. It's gotta be all of them, right? How's it looking? It looks metal, right? And I don't mean that like it looks awesome, but I mean it does look awesome. It looks like it's made of metal. Okay, I don't remember how to get out of here. But everything is drawing me to this bright little kid. Didn't say anything about taking out the rest of them, as far as I can tell. Yep, this is the way to go. Here's a spot to sit. I love that she sits with us. That's right, they don't like light. I almost forgot about that. Okay, I think we want to go through here, right? The next one I think we already technically found. I can already hear it. It's in the back here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. She's just swinging the knife. There we go. Let's get it. Oh, let's take care of him first. Her. Them. Let's go with them. Just keep it non-binary. I don't want to assume. Okay. That was the bucket helm. Oh, crap, the thorn spears again. I forgot about that. think we're just moving forward on this one. In fact, I think I already have the one that we're going for. We have a mask ahead of us. Yeah, this is the potato, right? Yep. Man, there's so many masks in this. This is cool. I just love the variety. This feels less disgusting knowing that he's got a mask underneath. The reason I say the potato mask is disgusting is just because there'd be so much soil in your face. Potatoes are tubers, you know, they grow below the ground. They grow below the ground. So they'd be really messy. I recall we snuck through here, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. This is so creepy. This reminds me of what was the name of the game? It was an Aliens game. I think it came out for like the PlayStation 3. Colonial Marines. I think it was just called Colonial Marines. There's a part where you're stuck in like a sewer type area. You have no weapons. And there's like alien husks that start walking around randomly and they explode. Kind of what it reminds me of. I remember I had a friend that was playing it with me at the time, and she got really freaked out over it once she realized what we were in. And we both needed to stay alive because we were playing multiplayer together. She wasn't used to horror games. I don't know if she has played any since then either, so. Alright. I have an idea of what we're looking for next. I remember this is where we get caught, right? Okay, so apparently we want to go over here. Probably this. Oh, I got this one, didn't I? Yeah, this looks familiar. Okay. Yeah, see, this one's open. Okay. And this is actually the end of the chapter, if I recall. We get it's a trap trophy for this. Oop. We have to pull the we have to pull the lever first, sorry. So we gotta get our Solaire buddy up here. Or I think it's him. Or Solaire lookalike. Let's see if he moves, I guess. We are here for a rescue, right? Yeah, I think that's him. He's tied up. Could be... I mean, we know it's a trap, but... Oh yeah, he was moving. I saw it. Okay. I'm assuming they were trying to feed us to the mother. The hairball with arms and legs. I think that's what her name is. I still have no idea what she is. Yeah, there she is. What happens if we wander off in the dark? He said, thinking he knows the answer. Okay, this part... Oh yeah, there she goes. So we want to take this slow. Yeah, remember, we can't put our weight on the same spots together. This is a cool puzzle, I think. It took me a while to figure it out. So I kind of wonder, is the orphanage getting the pigs from the farm? This is where we come across the pig, right? Oh, our friend. Solaire! Oh, I did find out the names too. I was mentioning names. It's, besides the boy and the girl, it's, I think it's the bucket, the hood, and I can't remember the other one now. Reminder, there is a trophy tied to the pig in case we don't have it. Which we're going to repeat anyway, just because I like animals. You're okay. You're okay. Don't worry. You ain't getting killed by the big mama, and we're going to take her out. Do it again. Aww. Piggy's so cute. Which way are we going? Yep, this way. Oh ho! Oh ho, big mama! Run! Oh! The kids are coming. The kids are coming. Let's run! This is such a cool camera angle. You can just see potatoes wiggling all over the place. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. Down the hall, down the hall. I forgot about that last time. Or didn't forget, I didn't know about it. Oh, no! Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. That's a cool way to hide something. Did I find this? I'm gonna go on a limb and say no. That's really cool. There's no way I found that. No, no way I found that. Cool. Okay, a couple more things ahead of us. There's a sit spot here. There it is. And remember when I saw the piano and I said, there's got to be a way to play the piano? There was no way to play that piano. The one that the sniper took out the piano player. It was like one of the last chapters. Apparently there is a piano here that I missed. Yeah, I can see it already. Lullabye. Nice. That's been like a staple of Tarsier games, right? I remember we opened this and there was nothing in it. Yeah. I hear a poster. I think it's upstairs though. In fact, I think I found this one already. Yeah, it's over here. Oop. I think I found this. Yeah. Yep. So apparently there's another sit spot ahead of us. Oh. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, that's it. This might count for the same area, though. Okay. Alright, there's one more thing we need to do in this chapter. It has to do with the fight against the big mama. If you recall, there were a bunch of kids throwing spears at us. We have to kill like I think 10 of them with the spears before taking her out. And if I remember, there's a key pretty early on in here. Oh, there's a key. Oh. Okay. I forgot about that. Ironic that I'm wearing the potato hat while I'm in a pile of potatoes. Oh, we get her out. Huh? Don't stand there. Big Mama's coming. Oh dear. Wait, no, she's not coming. That camera angle tells me, yeah, she's coming. She's coming. She's coming. Run! Oh, those camera angles are amazing. Oh, we got this, we got this, we got this. Oh, yeah, here we are. Alright, so spears. Don't hit Big Mama until we get the trophy. Let's avoid her for now. How do I hit the kids then? Oh, just throw. Okay. No, pick it up. Okay, yeah, let's avoid her. Oh, nice. No, don't. Oh, I got hit. I don't think I can hit them back in time. That's two. I don't think she can hit us over here. Oh, shit. Yeah. Four. Five. Nope, she can come over here. Oh, I missed. So we're still at 5, right? 6. Seven. Eight. Oh, that worked. Must have been a collective. Now let's get Big Mama. She don't like that. Is she already defeated? There she is. Taking her sweet time. Okay. It's not just me, right? What does that remind you of? Sorry if you weren't thinking this already, but to me it looks very phallic. If you know what I mean. And the opening, if you know what I mean. Don't at me. I can't be the only one thinking that. All right, we're out. Where is she? She just keeps taking her time.
Why did you come back for us? You okay? Come on.
Okay. So I just reset the checkpoint because she was not following for some reason, and it's the same thing that happened with the mother in the previous chapter. Okay. Looks like that fixed it. I hear there is a bug with the next section we're going into, and I'm assuming it's been fixed. 'Cause it was like one of the first things I found in terms of bugs with this game. I didn't find it myself, but like found, you know, looking for information. While looking for information. Yeah, it has to do with this place. Okay, so we have a few things to do here. First, we want to head outside. This is actually where that bug I was referring to is. So apparently if you fall down and die here, the generator may not work, and I know some people have said they had to like restart the chapter. But we want to push this first. I think that's tied to a mask. Start the Jenny. I think that's it. Now there's a code we have to input, but apparently there is a secret code we can input. So the usual one I think is 1231 or something like that. This one is 2332. Two. Oh. Yeah, just like that. Cool. Okay. Secret bunker. So it's our next poster. Okay, so I want to check. See if this changes. 1321, so I was close. And the walkthrough says the same thing, so I'm assuming it doesn't change. It's 113, right? 1321. Interesting, it was only off by a digit. And that calls in our airdrop. Cool. I don't know if this is required, but let's do it. I like how they look together. That's really cute. Yep. So our shells. Cool. Alright. How do I do this? There we go. And if you recall, there was a box I said we had to drop from above. Apparently, that gets us our next hatch. Yep, the little critter. I think I've seen this one before. I think it's a fish. It looks like a fish. It's disgusting. Yeah, it definitely looks floppy, like a fish, sort of. It's a weird way to think about fish. Okay, I think I know what to do. There's a trophy tied to the cannon, which I'm really excited about. I was wondering why they gave us 3 shells, and it's like, I know it's like there's a chance you can miss. I kind of wonder what happens if you do miss. Good. Me and my fish head. Cannon is such a cool touch. I wonder if we can get her to take one too. We're gonna need 2 of them, so. No, she won't. Okay. Not a big problem. So I didn't bother messing with the cannon earlier since I knew we were going to be doing this at a later point. So we're going to need to move her around. Okay. So open the gates. And we're not going to shoot our target quite yet. We have another target. Can you guess what it is? So of course that's the target we need to get to move on. Is that it? Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, nothing over here. Okay. Let's try it. Non-Canonical. I love that. Yeah, let's... Okay, let's go find the other shells. We'll check it out when we hit the water. I love that that's a thing, but I want to be able to go and see it. Oh, there's more than 3 shells. Cool. Okay. I didn't notice that. I was not paying close attention, apparently. Oh wait, the door's over here now. Oops. That's cool, the way the metal's like bent outward on the bottom. From the wear and tear. She's moving so slow. She looks like she's not doing too well. I mean, can you blame her, but... She got giant sheep coming out of her. So when I was teaching high school for a couple of months years ago, and one of my students said she never called sheep, she would call them shep. For some reason that always stuck in my mind. It doesn't look any different. I didn't do anything. Now one thing I'm unsure about is what the hell this thing we're shooting at is. I was wondering if it was like the thing that's below the ship, but I'm like, it's not, nowhere near the ship. So it can't be, right? It does look like the thing. I've got a little show and tell for that creature, by the way, but let's finish the chapter first. I said lecture. It's not really a lecture. I just something I wanted to. I thought y'all might like find interesting. It is a lecture, but I have something to show with it. Of course I go too far. Alright, reminder that as we are doing this, because we have some stops to make along the way. Well, a stop to make along the way. Maybe more than I'm aware of at this point. And we want to blow up sea mines. I don't know how many we've done so far, but we need to blow up as many as we possibly can. Okay, so if we go towards the bunker, did anything change? Because it didn't look like it did. don't look any different to me. It would have been really impressive if, like, you could destroy the environment. So apparently there is a mask here after the creature. Because I'm pretty sure if we had tried to pass it earlier on, it would have killed us. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can. Yeah, see? It's got a similar bite pattern. Okay, so it's something about staying to the right. How do we get out our... Yeah, get our spears ready. Let's try to get past some mines here first. That's so cool. Yeah, so we're not going right to the ship. We're gonna take a little detour here. That's awesome. Oh, is there another mine over there? No, that's just the way the water looks. Okay. All right. So apparently there's a beachy spot we can land on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, wicked. So cool. Alright. Every time I bump something with the boat, I think, man, I know what that, sort of know what that feels like. With boats this size, everything feels so rickety. Alright, supposedly there's a hat here. We haven't even worn this hat for like, I don't know, 2 seconds. Oh. What is it? What am I wearing? What the hell is that? Is there a price tag on my head? It's jiggling around. What is it? I don't know if I like that one. Okay. I don't know what it is, but back to the big boat. This boat reminds me of the one... I may have said this in the first playthrough, but it reminds me of the one from the Sinking City. The motor design. Oop. Oh, okay, so it was just... I was like, man, am I getting controller drift? I just started using this controller like a month or so ago. Probably not even that. It wasn't. It was just the game. Okay, so we can't get past this because of the whale, right? The supposed whale. I'm assuming there's no more mines around here. So I'll take a quick gander. Oh, I was wrong. This is why we check. I think there's still quite a few ahead of us, but I'm not too worried about them at this point. Oop. There we go. There should be a poster around here. I think I got this one. Where is it? Oh wait, it's inside, isn't it? I was just looking at the image. Yeah, looks like it's inside. How many of you do I need to kill before you back off? Okay. And here we are. So this is it, I think. Yep, there we are. I can hear it too. It's on the buoy. Yeah, I thought I had that one. Okay, so the next one I actually was right about, but I didn't get it. It was the diving helmets. You can actually collect both diving helmets. I was concerned they were going to put the suits back on. And I was like, no, I don't want to put the suit back on. And I should have known better because the cage was already down, so it's not like we could have gone back in the water. But I figured, you know, the ability to interact with the helmet meant it was probably going to be a mask. And I was like, well, we're going to be doing this again anyway. Alright, sorry. Tired. I think I've been recording this session for just over an hour, but I've been recording for like probably 4 some odd hours before this, so 5 hours now, over 5 hours. Oh, it's done. I just keep going. But this is such a bizarre section. Like our paying the toll to get out of this is taking an eye from one animal, giving it to another. I know, so people keep saying it's a whale, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, like that doesn't look very clear to me, but maybe it's just the lighting. I guess it kind of looks like it could be a sperm whale. Sorry again. It's got the body texture of a whale, but it's hard to tell the shape when it's out of water. Gives you an idea of just how big they really are, though. Yeah, so fun story, sort of, but if you're familiar with you know how dead bodies work, especially with mammals, and we tend to fill up with gases when we die, and whales are well known for doing the same thing. Now, we see it all the time around here with like deer on the side of the road. You know, their bodies get bloated and they will eventually explode. And whales will do the same thing. You do not want to be around them when that happens. And I recall, this is a really common story. It's a really well-known situation, but I was talking with one of my old colleagues about this, where there was a situation where they had this whale carcass that had washed up on shore. And they were trying to figure out what to do to get rid of it, and they decided, hey, why don't we use dynamite and blow it up? And you know what explosives do when they go off? They shoot things in the air because the explosive goes off and everything. That's why people say like hit the deck or hit the floor or something like that, because explosions go upwards. And so they basically just launched whale blubber all over the place in the air, and it just came raining down on it came raining down on the people around it. And from what I heard, nobody was actually hurt from the situation, But if you've ever seen like whale blubber, it's big and it's heavy. And it just get like catapulted into the air. And apparently a car was totaled from it, at least one car. But I'm really surprised nobody died. I mean, interesting story. So yeah, you know, you don't want to be around mammal carcasses after they've died. So if you ever see a deer on the side of the road and it looks really bloated, that's why. It's filling up with gases and it's gonna pop. So you do not want to be around it. Oh, I forgot to link my player. This is such a cool sequence. Yeah, see, to me that looks like the thing we shot. I don't know if it's supposed to be because the animals do seem to kind of be one-offs, but... And this is actually the thing I wanted to talk about at the end. So when we originally, when I was originally playing the first playthrough, I said I thought it was an ungulate, and it is. You can tell by the skull. But I was thinking like deer or sheep, something like that. But I said the animals are unique. But then I was looking at the bite pattern, and I was like, that doesn't quite look right, so... I think it's supposed to be a horse. That's what I've heard people say, and it does look more like a horse. And I'll explain why at the end. That's what I want to talk about, and that's what I want to show. And we should probably start running. Yeah, it's coming, it's coming. That is so cool. So most of the creatures in this that we've seen that are... Like I can't tell what the mother is. It's supposed to be. They just call her the mother, but the animal ones, like the sheep and the whale and the pelican, they all look distinctly like what their animal is, right? And then they make this one like look like a skeleton. Like it's so withered down that you almost can't tell what it is. And I'm going the wrong way. You almost can't tell what it is. And I thought that was a really interesting design choice. It makes it look really creepy, though. Horses have really creepy looking skulls, if you ask me, so... Ungulates in general, I think they do, in a way. This is our toll for passing. Oh, it does have the fin, so I didn't even notice that. Actually, maybe it's not a sperm whale. That looks more like a humpback, maybe? I mean, they're distorted a little bit, all the creatures are, but... That's kind of another point of interest. So I was talking about this in the previous episode about how the first thing we come across is the sniffer, who's more humanoid in all of his creatures, the skins. And then we start coming across the animals, and that's been a pretty common theme going on, and probably hence the name REANIMAL. which I'm assuming may be a play on Reanimated. But then there's the fur ball, and I'm like, what's the fur ball? The fur ball is weird, right? It's like, what is it? Okay, so which one were we wearing? Let's first of all, let's grab this one. So that's one mask. Switch to the other one. I think she was wearing the other one. The one I have now. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So apparently our next thing we have to look for is on the water. Alright. So, mines. We want to look for mines. I wasn't really trying to blow them up in the first playthrough, so... Oh, is that a dead body? Alright, I think we're getting close to it. Whatever we're looking for. I think it's one of the bunny statue things. Ugh, that had to hurt. And you? Okay, so whatever we're looking for is somewhere before the tunnel. I'm assuming it's going to be on the left side because it looks like there might be something on the left, but yeah, let's look over here. Oops. Oh, there's a few of them. Okay. Maybe it's not on the left. No, it's on the right. Of course, I went the wrong way. Oh, let's go around. Ooh, close. Did that guy just go under? Apparently, it's over here. I think. Yeah, that's gotta be it, right? What is that? Are those whale bodies? Hmm. Hidden among rats. Alright. And that is the trophy you get for getting everything in the middle 3 chapters. So I think the first one was called Hidden in the Pines. Hidden from the... Hidden... Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So we just need to deal with the mines and we are finished with this chapter. Well, of course, in actually finishing the chapter. But that should come as we go. Come on, people. This is a cool shot. Took a screen capture. If you ever hear those little clicks, that's what that is. I could turn it off, but it's nice to know that it, when I'm doing it on purpose, very thematic, on purpose, and when I'm doing it on accident, because sometimes that happens too. Alright, into the tunnel we go. Alright, get those spears out. Harpoons out. We can blow some mines. Alright, boys. Just get a good throw. I think this is the area where I died a few times. Because she wasn't, for some reason I wasn't aimed to get the target on them. Oh! Oh! Don't come after me. Oh yeah, it's even slowing me down like I'm porpoise. I'm porpoise. They did that on purpose. I may have panicked. I may have panicked. They keep going. Okay. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. What are you talking about? Ooh. I'm not seeing any more mines. Come on. Ah, this is where we'll get all the mines, isn't it? Okay, a little close for comfort, but... Oh, got it. Okay. We'll just move on then. Naval blasting.
I wish we could go back. Yeah, me too, man. Must be a way out.
These tunnels are so creepy and so cool. Just way atmospheric when it gets super dark, if you ask me. like how the others just take off on us. Thank you for staying. Hey there, everyone. As I was saying throughout this, I had something I wanted to kind of share, kind of a show and tell type thing. And what I wanted to do is kind of briefly talk about mammals, because this game is called REANIMAL, but I've noticed the theme of this has mostly been fixated on mammals, and I don't know if I probably talked about this at some point in one of my series, but when I was working on my bachelor's degree, so, you know, long before I started really fixating on, or probably even around the time I started fixating more on biochemistry and molecular biology, I ended up getting into mammalogy and ornithology really big. More ornithology than anything, which is the study of birds, and mammalogy, which is the study of mammals, and I have this. So, one of the things that I really loved about those types of classes is they were very specialized classes, and I still felt like there was a whole world of knowledge that we could have gotten into that we didn't get into in those. And of course, one of the things you learn about, you know, if you go to college is that, you know, and I've actually seen this on like instructor evaluations and stuff, is people say, I feel like I could have learned this on my own time, and it's like, well, that's the whole point. You know, you could learn this on your whole time, and you should learn this on your own time. That's the whole point of going to school at that point, is to teach yourself, but you're being given directionality on what you're learning. And one of the things that I liked about those classes too is we would fixate a lot on what makes those types of animals unique. And personal favorite for me, of course, are the birds. I have chickens. I've had birds for years now besides them. And mammals are another thing I know a lot about, and I have a lot of interest in a variety of invertebrates and such as well. But mammals are you know, as any other animal, have their unique points. And so think about the things that, you know, what makes a mammal is, you know, you might think of things like body hair, breast milk, things like that. And really the thing that makes us unique is not those things. You can find analogs to a lot of those traits in just about any other organism. You know, if you look at body hair, for instance, it's basically just keratin proteins put into these huge fibers that make this, you know, just layer of non-soluble or insoluble, water insoluble protein. That's all hair really is. And there's another animal out there that's not related to us, that has, at least not closely related to us, that has an analog to that. Feathers. So birds, they have keratin proteins as well, and they produce feathers from that. You know, and so it's not a unique feature to us in that sense. You know, they're very similar in terms of what they are. But if you look at us, what makes us unique? It has to do with this. So, the one feature that makes mammals, sorry, unique, is that we have this unique ability to manipulate our jaw in the ways that other animals don't. So if you look at jawed animals, which starts with the fishes, there are jawless fish, but if you look at any type of fish that have a jaw, if you look at reptiles, if you look at amphibians, if you look at birds even, which are one of my favorites, they move their mouth like up and down, right? If you look at the way we chew, we can do side to side. That is not something other animals can do. It makes us really unique. And if you look at the skull, you can see there's a disconnect between the top to the bottom, which is normal. But the manipulation, the articulation in the jaw comes from, it's called a squamosal jaw joint. So it comes from the musculature and where things connect. And it gives us the ability to grind food in a different way. And so if you look at the way birds eat, for instance, birds tend to swallow their food whole. They don't really taste for very long. They just kind of engulf their food. And if you ever watch a bird eat, like feed chickens something that they love, man, they just scarf it down. Like you can actually hear scarfing noises. They eat so fast. And you'll pretty much get that kind of same type of thing out of any other animal that doesn't chew like we do. And so the thing that makes us unique is the squamosal jaw joint, our ability to articulate our jaw uniquely. And that goes back into our reptilian ancestors, which aren't really of the dinosaur variety that you would think with birds. They're not the theropods with that stand on the stand bipedally like we do. It's a different feature for them. One of our ancestors that you would find more in a mammal exhibit if it's being set up properly is called a dimetrodon, which is a what's the name for them? Dimetrodon's the type of, it kind of looks like a lizard with a sail on its back. It's a synapsid, and that's what you would call us, synapsids. And the thing that's unique about mammals then within the group, so if you look at any kind of organisms, mammals are unique in the sense, and I've already said this, of how we chew things. Our jaw is what makes us unique. If you look at every mammal in existence that we have identified, guidebooks that you use for identification are going to tell you to identify them by their jaw. Like you look at their teeth and their chewing patterns. And if you look back on the ungulates I talked about, so ungulates have a very specialized type of feeding. And so if you look at us, for instance, we are omnivorous. We have a jaw that's designed to pretty much do anything. We all have sets of 4 different types of teeth. And if you look at different types of mammals, you'll start to see a little bit more specialization. Now, I mentioned that the rodents are probably one of the most abundant as far as mammals go in terms of diversity, because mammals aren't really that diverse. When you start looking at other organisms, we're not terribly diverse compared to, but that's where you're going to see a lot of our diversity, is how we eat in that sense. And if you look at what we've seen in this game, most of what we're seeing are ungulates. And I like to compare ungulates, if you think of like chewing patterns, I said we're omnivorous in the sense that we can eat just about anything, but ungulates, you can kind of compare carnivores for kind of a different example. If you look at carnivores, for instance, they have pronounced incisors. They use them for tearing up food, right? Or not incisors, but the incisors and the canines. So the canine teeth are used for chewing. And so you'll see a really prominent, sharp incisors and canines with animals that are designed for that kind of tearing flesh, essentially. That's why they're called carnivores, and not to be confused with carnivora, which is an actual group of mammals. But you can probably guess carnivora as a group of mammals have a carnivore-based diet. Now, if you look at ungulates, which there's kind of 2 main big groups of ungulates, and I'm not going to get into the groups, essentially, like these, you'll notice they have a very distinct bite pattern. They have the molars in the back, and then they have some of their kind of 4 teeth in the front, but you'll notice the top is missing some teeth. And I do believe sheep have the same bite as this. And when I was looking at the giant ungulate that was under the water, initially I was thinking deer, and it didn't occur to me at the time. It had the upper incisors, and I was like, oh wait, deer don't have that. So there are some ungulates that have those teeth on the top and bottom, and then there are some that don't have the top teeth. They kind of just bite with the bottom and rip things off, and they don't really need the teeth to do that. But this is a common skull pattern you'll see with ungulates, is you have the molars in the back, the gap between the molars and the kind of the 4 teeth, and I think those are just called incisors as far as where they're positioned and what they are. But as it gets into the 4 teeth, you see that there's a huge gap between those and where the molars are. And the thing is that, you know, they bite down with the front part of their mouth, and they tear things off, and then they grind with the back teeth. And that's where that articulation comes into the process. And so I thought I would show this because I have a small skull collection. I have like just 4 different skulls. I have a coyote, I've got this, which is a white-tailed deer, and I have a pig and something else that's really small. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, so I got them from a friend. And I thought that these are in pretty good condition, but I thought I would share that since we are playing a game called REANIMAL here. So thought you might find that interesting. But yeah, that's what I was talking about when I was saying that, you know, it's an ungulate. I could tell just by the bite pattern immediately. The only other mammal that has that pattern that would make you think anything like this is a rodent or a lagomorph. Like I said, how rabbits are lagomorphs. They also have that gap in the teeth, but they're very different in terms of how they chew, because rodents are using their foreteeth as a way to break into like nuts, grains, things that are hard to chew through. If you've ever been bit by a rodent, you know that hurts like hell. I've had rats for many years, and I, you know, have been on the wrong side of their teeth before, and it is not fun. In fact, I have nerve damage from it in my right hand. I got bit and it went right into one of my nerves, and I still feel it once in a while. It's not nearly as pronounced as it was, but man, that hurt for the really bad and very long time before that really started to heal up. But you know, once tissue gets damaged in us, even though we do heal, and there are some animals that can actually completely regrow limbs and such. Once the first one is gone, usually the backup isn't going to be as strong as the newer one is in many cases. So, and plus, as I'm sure anybody knows, we have scars from that as well. So that's my little spiel. I thought I would share that because I do have a background in mammalogy. It's not a strong one, not an area that I've gone into research on or anything like that, but I like to share that stuff, and it's more of a personal hobby to me than anything. So yeah, thought you might like. Okay, so that is where we are going to close this one out. So the next 3 chapters, the middle 3 chapters, are now completed. We got our trophy for that. Everything's collected. And wow, that scene, like where the sheep comes out of her, I think that's my favorite moment in this game. That's so wild to see. And I think I mentioned that when I was in the first playthrough that, you know, is that coming out of her? Is that inside of her? So my mind kept going to that. We are eventually going to see this come out of her, right? Or I was not expecting it to come out of her mouth, though. I was kind of expecting it to her to explode or something almost. But the way she kept grabbing her gut, like something was bothering her, it kind of reminded me of the way 6 would get hunger pains and Little Nightmares. And I was just waiting for that to come to fruition. Definitely, probably my favorite moment in the game so far. From everything I've seen, you know, DLC pending in the future, of course, and whatever else they might do with this. But yeah, so successful, I think, so far. We got a bunch of miscellaneous trophies, got a bunch of new collectibles, things to take a look at when we get to the end. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.